All right, what's up everybody? We're back over here at Justin's. As you saw from the last video, obviously I was at Thunder Max and Justin was not there because Justin was where?
Here, kinda. I went to Hill City Rumble, a little chopper show up in Fayetteville. It was great. The weather was great. The ride up, my wife rode with me on the bike, and it was a really good time. I wish I could have stayed a little longer, but it was a good time.
Yeah, he had to get back to work, so not only did he have work to do, but I'll step back here. The shop got a little, I'm not gonna say more organized because it was always organized, but a little bit more space. So, obviously the bike used to sit over there, but now we're in front of the bay door, so it's just easier to take bikes in and out. And then you have more space.
Yeah.
Side covers, man. When I walked in and saw these things, whew, looks so good. All the other little piece bits on there. Some more polishing from old Rick.
The hand controls are the little covers. The wheels back tomorrow. Dropping off the swing arm tomorrow. And I got to run all the wires too, so I had to de-pin that throttle body big plug because that plug was too big to go through there. I've got a lot of work done on it, so I'm shooting for 2 weeks to like be done.
So what we're gonna do today, kind of on this episode, we're gonna kind of walk you through the steps of the swing arm. The pieces are done, and like he said, he's gonna go get the swing arm polished. Bearings will get pushed in, and then it's gonna have the bushings on the outside. Yeah, so I've never messed with it, so it's me learning as well. And then we're gonna actually install it fully on the bike, maybe with the wheel.
Only thing in the back wheel, I'm still waiting on my rear hub, but hopefully it'll come in. I need to reach out to see. But so the back wheel, I'll have tires on the wheels this week. I'm telling you, by this weekend, depending on how fast the tin's back from Jeremy, like by the weekend it'll look like a complete bike probably. And the tin's like super classy, I think, because I'm not a big crazy paint job, so it's just two main two-tone colors, but there's a lot of work into it and they look great. Yeah, so the way I do it, actually, I haven't done one this way. I've done it like 4 different ways. The first FXR swing arm I did just 2-piece, and it like split right here, and it had dovetailed, it slid together with like bolts and dial pins and everything. And then the last ones I did, the front piece was 1 piece, and then the sides bolted on. And then this one, I did 2 sides, a center piece, and then the center pieces are kind of, this will keep it from twisting, and then you have 4 3/8 bolts that will bolt in here, and they'll keep everything sandwiched together. I'll throw it in there. Those aren't the right bolts, but they'll work for the test.
Super nice tight fit.
I also, so I drill and tap this on the inside of the right side for the braid hanger. And then this, I'll have like heim joints and adjuster, so when you adjust the wheel, you can adjust the heim joint in and out. I'm just putting 2 bolts in there on each side for now. I have the sliders done, they're on the rack back there.
So there it is. 1 custom billet, 1-off swing arm, which some people have already asked if this will ever go into production.
No.
Never say never.
Yeah, I'll never say no.
I mean, the one that was on Minty wasn't supposed to be, and then it turned out to be a small run.
Yeah, I did 10 of those. I still get asked to do those now.
I don't think people understand how much work it is.
It's a lot.
How much like time it takes up from the machine.
Just on the swing arm, you have 9 different pieces I make. And then each piece will have 2 to 4 different setups. And then you break that down. Then you break down the cost of the material, and then all that time, I was charging $3,500 for the swing arm, which is expensive, but it's still, I wasn't making money.
Yeah.
Not a lot of money. I'm stoked with what I got. And this, I'm super happy with. I have plenty of clearance and room and all that. Also, this arm is like 3 inches longer than stock, because if you notice on a stock FXR, if it's low, it's fine. When you raise them, the back, you raise it, and the wheel gets closer to the motor.
Yeah, the wheel swings in.
Yeah, and then it almost looks like you have a buck tooth.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I hate that look. So my last one was like 1.5 inches longer, and I could have went back a little bit more, so I went ahead and added another 1.5 inches of this. More adjustment, so I can run that with back wheel. I actually like the back wheel to be further back.
Proportion.
Yeah, I like the stretch look. The only thing I haven't made yet, well, 2 things, the brake hanger and then the shock mounts. I have 4 holes, but the shock mount will only mount with 2 bolts. But I have adjustment here, and then the shock mount will actually like kind of teardrop to the back, so you can move it up. If you had to, you could flip it around and get really stupid tall, but I'm gonna be around here.
Come forward a little bit more. Okay, yeah, right about there.
I should be around right there.
I think that's like a perfect, like the angle there is nice, where the axle will be.
And please kick me in the nuts next time you see me, because I did not fill that hole in, and I don't ever use that front hole for the old shock mount.
Oh yeah, that would have
been way better.
Man, that looks so good. I'm telling you right now, like, just like these side covers, how much nicer, just seeing the polish in them, like the radius is. And then seeing that, nah, don't drop it. It's not worth it. Oh. Boom. Like I said, he's gonna take this Rick tomorrow, and then maybe Thursday, Friday, I should be back over here, and we'll try to get it on there permanently.
2 new products coming. I just got material in yesterday. The little mounts, so if you're on any bagger, any M8 bagger that you run mids on and you still have your tab, I'll have the little rigid light, and the mount has like a little kit that you can buy for that. And front motor mounts, that's what all these are. The front motor mounts will be for sale soon too. And I'm gonna do the aluminum and the steel plates. I'm still waiting on the steel. So you just cut and weld my stuff in.
Oh, so you're gonna offer kind of, ooh.
I've had so many people ask, I'm just gonna do it.
So, but they still have to do this.
Yeah, that's all on them, but nobody makes a motor mount.
Hell yeah.
And you have to dish it down. The people that don't, that use the, like, which I tried, the front forward control mount.
Yeah, you said the motor was just too tall.
The motor just looks like, the frame's here, the motor's going like this, and I like it parallel. So, I've already sold this, like, actually got paid for 1 set, and have like 3 other people that are trying to pay me right now for them. So they'll be going soon, hopefully next week.
Yeah, and if you got any questions about it, obviously go back to some of the older videos. I know this bike has got a whole like little series going right now, so you can see what he's done with the frame, and then you just have to eyeball it yourself. Obviously you'll need the motor, mock it up properly, but that's badass. I'm stoked for you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Next time you see it, this thing's gonna be polished, and we're gonna put it back together, so we'll catch you then.
And the wheels.
Oh, and the wheels. We'll pick back up here in a little bit. All right, so it's been a few days. We're back over here at Justin's house. We're gonna go and get the swing arm on the bike and probably the front wheel, you said?
Yeah, we can mock it up there. I just want the spacers done. That'll be Snickers.
Oh, he's eating Snickers. We'll get a couple things done on that so we can get this video out, and then I think I'm coming back over here in like 2 days, 2-3 days, because we're getting a special delivery from Jeremy at Lucky Strike. We're not gonna talk a lot. We're gonna go ahead and get this swing arm assembled. These are the little brackets that he was showing you in the last video that he had made for like all the throttle and the grips and stuff. Axles, got the little nice titanium nuts on there. So front axle, rear axle, like he said, he's still gotta make spacers. So we're down to 3 weeks. If you guys didn't see the podcast, I know he just did a podcast with Jace yesterday, basically.
Yeah, yesterday.
So there's a podcast out. You can check it out on, I know it's still on YouTube, and you can probably get it on other platforms. Yeah, so we're 3 weeks away. 3 weeks, this bike has got to be in Colorado. 3 weeks. It's got it, man. It looks like there's a lot to do, but honestly, get the hub. We're still waiting on the hub.
The rear hub should be here this week. Things I have to make are pegs, wheel spacers, caliper spacers, and finish my rear brake hanger. I think that's it. And then I have to finish wiring like all the hardwire stuff. Everything else is plugged in, ready to go, but like the headlight, tail light, stuff like that.
Last thing you want to do is be stuck somewhere because you had a wire that rubbed somewhere or shorted out, or you know, bike catches on fire. We won't talk about that. This bike, not that it's happened to us. We just know some others that they kind of rush things and it gets hot. All right, we're gonna put the camera down. We're gonna get the swing arm put together, get the swing arm on the bike, let you guys check it out.
First time I've seen it with a wheel.
Tire on there and everything?
No, just period.
Oh, you never even tempt this wheel on?
I mocked it up with the stock knives, but
Yeah, once you get all the spacers on there. Man, that thing's having a nice stance.
that tire's fast, but
What size is it? It's just a 90, right?
90, 100,
Yeah. Or 190, yeah. Just the front end looks so narrow. It's like a chopper narrow kind of front end. All right, so it's kind of mocked up. We've got to get some new hardware. I guess the bolts need to be a little bit longer. And then of course there's like a special, the Harley uses like a super random
7/16 20.
yeah, super random bolt down here that Justin needs to grab another one for. But either way, there's the swing arm kind of mocked up, kind of mocked slash permanently installed. I mean, it's not going to come all the way off, but hardware will get replaced, and then it needs Loctite and final torque. I guess it's going to be the placement of the shocks. I think that's, we measured it real quick from the center of the axle to the ground and center of the axle to the ground. So that's about the height that it's going to sit at. Got the front wheel on there. There's like a little shim sleeve that's got to go in there, a little collar. Axle spacers on both sides, and all this stuff will bend out and torque and tighten and twist and turn. But man, that wheel looks so good. Being all nice and polished up. Goes really good with that Lindell rotor. Got the titanium hardware there, titanium hardware there. Makes it super lightweight.
Now we need one more stickers.
Yeah, there you go. So I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up on this episode, this vlog, this video, whatever you want to call it. That was kind of the goal: get the swing arm on, get the front wheel on, and then when I come back over here, I'm sure Justin, in typical Justin fashion, whatever parts he has laying around, he's going to have put on. So the tins are going to be here on Wednesday, so I think I'll be over here maybe Wednesday, Thursday, probably Thursday.
Yeah, it's on wrap. They'll be right in today, so I'll
Yeah.
wrap and get everything ready. I'll set it up there just to look at it.
So then Thursday I'll come over here. We'll actually try to get them possibly installed. We got to install a fuel pump in the one tank. So you got a fuel pump.
Yeah.
And that's really it. Everything else is just bolted on. There's no other.
Fuel pump, and then do the dash with the gauge. Oh, I gotta think Dakota Digital, because I got the wrong gauge because I didn't know that I can't run the CAN bus gauge on this setup. So I'd run like the old style. So he sent me another gauge out, probably be here tomorrow or Wednesday as well. So it's same style, same everything. It's just the like non-CAN bus, whatever that's called, regular 12 volt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just trying to. I mean, this is the crunch time now. So every video from here on out is just going to be the bike further and further along. Probably not this time next week, but this time the week after. This bike should be running, riding. I would think 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
2 weeks from now.
I want at least a week before I leave.
Yeah. So stick around and watch it go down. We'll see you on the next one. Later.